Hey, it's Bill here. Here's my thoughts on two of the most pathetic efforts I've ever seen as a Leaf fan. A 5-3 loss to the Sharks and a 7-1 loss to the Pittsburgh Penguins. All right, there's nothing pretty to talk about. Yeah, I can go on a big rant, but let's try to have some fun with this. As a Leaf fan, this team's shit. Absolute garbage. The 5-3 loss to San Jose. San Jose's not a very good team. I don't care what the record says. They haven't beat anyone good, and they're not that good. I watched them. They're not that good. You had about half the team take a night off. And then you had Muzzin, who's going to break the record for, I think he's going for the Masters record for being on the ice for them as many goals as he possibly can for the other team. Just terrible effort. And of course, Hutchinson couldn't stop a beach ball, and he got pulled into this game today, and he couldn't stop a beach ball again. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Lost 5-3. First period against San Jose wasn't bad. Just like the first period against Pittsburgh wasn't bad. And then it goes to hell in a handbasket. Let's talk about the Pittsburgh game. You lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins without the following players: Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Chris Letang, Brian Rust, Jeff Carter. You could argue those are the 5 best players that the Penguins have. Maybe not. 4 of the best 5 players that the Penguins have on their team. Not only did you lose, you didn't compete. You absolutely did not show up. Let's start with, I don't even know where you start with. Who's the best player? I thought Spezza had a good game, and then Spezza got a primary assist on the friggin' first goal of the first period. You start off the third period, you just hand over the puck because you're lazy on the puck because you have no strength on your stick, and you get pulled off, and you get a primary assist on the 6th goal. So 5-1. They're not coming back, but I mean, that's a terrible play by Spezza. Yeah, he's been the best player on the team. I get it. $700,000, and we could have 7 Jason Spezzas and 1 Zach Hyman for the ballerina out there should be wearing a tutu and leotards. I get that. But that was a bad play. It was a terrible play. I'm going to call it like it is. Jason Spezza's first play of the third period. That's a disgusting play. How about the 3K line? 3K line that's supposed to stop all defensive stalwarts is what they tell me. Defensive stalwarts. Combined with the other 2 bums, Muzzin and Hall. Muzzin can't play defense. He's Chris Kotsopoulos. He's hit the wall harder than a retired porn star. Minus 17. I didn't stutter. The 3K line with the defense of Hall and Muzzin was minus 17 combined. Minus 17. I'm going to help you out. They ain't going to score any goddamn goals. Dubas should be ashamed of signing these jokes. Cache. Kampf. I feel like I'm doing a Hitler. Kampf and Kerfoot were an embarrassment. They didn't even try. Not an effort was put forth. The only people that put an effort forth in this game combined, Sandin and Liljegren, were not bad. Liljegren made a really horrible mistake in the third period, but wasn't horrible. Well, it wasn't horrible. Brody wasn't bad. Simmons, Spezza until that nonsense, and Engvall weren't bad. Everyone else was garbage. Let's start off with the first thing first. They're talking about how they walk into the arena. They walked in looking like slums. I'm sorry, everyone wants to express themselves. I should be able to go to work and express myself. I should express myself with just the beautiful fashion sense that I have. Because as a hockey player, I care about fashion. Fashion is the most important thing to me. I swear to God, if I cannot walk into an arena with a suit and tie on, what has this world come to? What has it come to? You got a guy wearing a purse. A goddamn $11.6 million player's wearing a goddamn purse. You wonder why the team shows up and plays like that. Got another guy wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt. It's a fucking joke. Do you think Lou Lamoriello would let this happen? Do you think the Islanders get to walk into an arena wearing a purse? A purse! I'm going to guess Lamoriello's not going to let that happen. I'm going to guess when the Islanders walk into an arena, they're going to be wearing a suit and tie. Just a guess. And what do? Did they work hard? Did they try hard? No, we let guys walk in with jogging pants and a purse. Dubas should be fired on the spot for letting this happen. This is nonsense. I don't care what the league said. Have some goddamn respect. Then you got Nick Ritchie. What a great signing by Dubas. You know who Nick Ritchie reminds me of? If you get to play beer league hockey, there's always the guy on the other team that wears the number 69. And he's the worst player on the team, but that's who Nick Ritchie is. He's a lazy prick who sits at the blue line. They fire him the puck once in a while. He's always got a nice slap shot. The guy who's got 69 always got a nice slap shot. Can fire a couple pucks in the net. You know where he's really not lazy is at the end of the game. He peels it off, gets in the dressing room, is the first one to grab a beer. That's Nick Ritchie. Great signing. We don't need a Hyman. I was thinking about this. We got Marner for 10.8. Maybe we could afford, honestly, and I'm not joking here, 7 Spetzas and a Hyman for Mitch Marner. How did Mitch play? Oh, now, see, this is the crazy thing. You get on Twitter, ooh, geez, they're getting mad at Mitch. I wonder why. Oh, it's not fair. You wonder why the Leaf players want to leave Toronto because they're being criticized. Yeah, I remember Doug Gilmour and Wendell Clark having these conversations. I definitely remember them doing this for sure. Yeah, and I would say Sundin took a lot of flack. Didn't he take a lot of flack? I don't remember Matt Sundin complaining about it. I'll give him that. I'm not the biggest Matt Sundin fan, but I don't remember him complaining about it. And I wonder why Doug Gilmour and Wendell Clark didn't get booed. I wonder why they didn't get... Oh, because they tried every night. Honestly, this was disgusting. Nylander was bad. He's been good all season. He was bad. Matthews, wearing a purse. It's fucking disgusting. Terrible. He was terrible. And then you had the worst of the bunch. Like, Tavares can't skate. I get that. Tavares is not going to not give you effort. Tavares does give you effort. He's just not a very good player. Marner. That is disgusting. Disgusting. $10.8 million for a guy who has 1 secondary assist all year. I didn't stutter. 1. And he doesn't drive a play. The best thing that Keith did, and I hope he keeps it going, is he put Nylander with Matthews, and Matthews scored. It was a horrible penalty call, but I'm not going to sit here and complain when you're getting smoked 6-1 when you score a goal. Don't care at that point. Oh, wow, it would have been 7-2. Who gives a shit? As a Leaf fan, do we really think this team is good? You got your defensive KKK line or whatever, the terrible line. Probably get in trouble for saying that. Minus, 11, and then you put on Hull and Muzzin minus 17. I mean, this is disgusting. This is terrible. Yeah, okay, Hutchison let in 2 bad goals. Campbell let in a bad goal. Half the time, the friggin' goals went off Liljegren and Muzzin. Went off the... What's he going to do with those ones? It's Campbell's fault that pucks... Maybe guys shouldn't get to the front of the net because your defensemen take them and get them out of the way. Maybe that works. The other guy who actually, he took a horrible penalty, but Bunting, like the elbow in the back of the head, at least he tried. That's another guy. Maybe I should put him on the board as at least trying. He's trying. He's not very good, but at least he's trying. So my prediction is we're about 20 games away before serious talk happens about Dubas being fired. Serious talk. Now, I would like to see, if someone's going to get hired, someone who's going to not put up and let people wear jogging pants into the arena. Fashion statements, that's what the Leafs care about, is fashion statements. That's the biggest concern for the players, is they get to have fashion. The only guy I saw wear a suit and a tie was John Tavares, because I think he respects the game. He stinks, he can't skate, he's got a horrible contract, but he respects the game. And then here's the best, Kelly Rudy showing something about all Morgan Riley's, Morgan Riley. He didn't want to show Jake Muzzin's half the passes going to the wrong team and going around. The third goal? That was completely a Muzzin blunder. He handed it to the other team, didn't get around the guy, and the guy went around the net and scored on the other side because Justin Hall just decided to, take a shift off. Don't want to show those plays. You want to show Morgan Riley's plays? F off. Analysis is garbage. I don't even care who they play next. I think they play Carolina. Can you imagine what Carolina is going to do to them? Can you imagine? They might beat Chicago. I think that's the next game after that. This team's garbage. What needs to happen is Muzzin needs to find some time to think about the game and get in the press box. I'm going to guess Dermott's just a smidgen better right now. Yeah, we're gonna rest Dermott. Yeah, he was the best player against San Jose, and you're gonna rest him. That's brilliant, fucking brilliant. When I think of brilliance, that's brilliant. Yeah, it's Dermott. Dermott's the guy we need to rest. Guy's youngest guy in the defense. Jake Muzzin can't skate. He's hit the wall. Just terrible effort. What am I gonna do with as a Leaf fan? Oh, maybe I'm missing something. Where's the positives? Just tell me where I should be looking for the positives on this. So I saw the Canadiens won today. So they're 1-5. The Leafs are going to be pretty close to the Montreal Canadiens and not making the playoffs. They're going to be down there with Ottawa with the efforts I've seen. And then I got to go to where do we go from here? That's the problem. As a Leaf fan, where do we go from here? We rebuild. We rebuild when we've got 24-year-olds on our team making $11.9 million. We got Tavares for another 4 years at $11 million. We got a figure skater. We got Brian Orser making $10.8 million for the next 5 years. How do you rebuild? How do you do that? Unless you can trade Brian Orser, I don't know what you do. I'm just disgusted. I'm sure as Leaf fans, you're all disgusted. I don't know when I'm going to do my next video, whenever they lose the next game. I think it's on Monday. Just terrible. Talk to you later.